Here it is. Here it is. Here we
What
go.
up?
What's up with it? How you doing?
What it do? Man, I'm chilling. How are you?
Man, doing all right, doing all right. I figured a Monday evening would be a great time for us to get on here. We're a little over a month away from the college football season, Corey. And what better time than to get on here and to predict our way too early college football playoff predictions? Here
Yeah.
it is. So this is the one that our viewers, you guys can go back, you can make fun of us, you can bookmark this, you can tag us in it. I don't give a damn one way or another. Um, just talk to us about it. We want to hear, we want to get y'all's feedback. Also, too, if you're not already, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content that we're going to be bringing you guys. Corey, getting in
Yeah.
here. So we got our 12-team playoff that we're going to pick here. Let's start, Corey. I mean, pretty much we got our top four solidified because for those that have watched our other shows, we broke down each one of the conferences, and the major four teams that win those conferences, they get the top four seeds. They haven't changed that this year. So you're still going to be a top four seed if you won your conference. For me in the Big Ten, I had Ohio State. So I'm good with Ohio State. I got LSU that won the SEC. I
Yeah.
had
You're there.
Kansas State. I had Kansas State that won my Big Ten or Big 12, and then I had Clemson that won the ACC by a landslide. I don't even think it's going to be close. So those are my top four teams. In the order, if I was to rank them, I would probably have Ohio State at one. I like Clemson at two. I like LSU at three. And then I got Arizona or Kansas State at the four spot. That's my top four right now as far as the college football playoff bracket. That's what I've
Okay.
got working over here.
Okay. I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna raise you with Penn State going in as the number one team into that
Okay.
playoff. I'll
Okay.
have LSU at number two. I'll have Arizona State at number three in a surprise, and I'll have Clemson at four. I think their strength of schedule is going to hurt Clemson. I think there's going to be a little bit more parity. You might see a little bit more of ranked teams in the Big 12 than you see in the ACC, and I think that's going to give the bump in those final rankings to Arizona State over Clemson. But that's my top four.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, I hear you there. Sooner Cowboy, give it to him. Tell him he's gonna talk a little bit of trash, so he doesn't think
I'm
Kendall
not going to
Daniels is
say
any
anything
good.
bad about Kendall Daniels. You guys enjoy the experience. I will visit you, Brandon Hill, and you, Sooner Cowboys, in about 8 weeks and tell me. I'm going to ask you guys, how's the Kendall Daniels experience going? I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I'll come back to y'all in 8 weeks.
Now, Sooner Cowboy, I'll be completely honest, man. As much as I'd love to sit here and pick my Sooners to be in the SEC championship, I don't know. I don't know. They could prove me wrong, and I hope that they do. But I actually had Texas and LSU in the SEC championship, big dog. I know. Don't kill me for it. Um, but you just as much as I hated to do it, brother. Trust me, I would love to sit there and put my Sooners on there. I'm just not a sunshine pumper. I can't do it. Like I
Sooner
said,
Cowboy. He
I
did.
hope
He
I'm
didn't
wrong.
even hesitate. He didn't hesitate. Sooner
I,
Cowboy.
I,
He got to that pick and he said Texas versus LSU. He didn't hesitate one bit.
but I didn't pick them bastards to win it though. I
You
picked
didn't.
LSU
That's
to beat
fair.
Texas.
To
In
be fair, you
fairness,
did.
and,
Yeah.
and I picked OU to beat Texas when we play them in the Red River. So we'll handle that whenever we handle that, and the rankings will take it where the rankings take it. So to
That's
get out of here
perfect.
on my top four, so we're kind of running in here. Let's go ahead, Corey. Out of the top four, let's go five. We're gonna say five through. Let's do five through nine, and then we'll save our 10, 11, and 12. My number five team. I actually like this one. I like Notre Dame at number five there as like
Uh,
the team that doesn't have a conference. They kind of handle their own business. Notre Dame's got a lot of pieces coming back. Marcus Freeman has that thing humming over there. He's recruiting at an all-time high. Like Notre Dame, I think it's safe to say that they played in the national championship game last year. I mean, it'd be hard to say that they're going to fall anything short of a college football playoff berth at number 5 for me. Number 6, Corey, I actually like Penn State there at the number 6 spot. I got them finishing second in the Big Ten behind Ohio State. So you could flip either one of those for me. I mean, really, at the end of the day, Corey, if you're one of these 12 teams, man, you got a chance to win it all. And we seen last year that you don't necessarily have to be a top 4 team to win the whole damn thing, because I believe Ohio State was like an 8 or a 9 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And they ended up winning the whole damn thing. So my 6th team, of course, I like Penn State there. My 7th team, though, Corey, here you guys go. You could throw this on the media clippings. You could do whatever you want. It's the Oklahoma Sooners. I think they're going to be that 3rd team out of the SEC. No, Oklahoma's going to be later. Sorry. I got Texas at number 7. You have to put Texas here at number 7. They're going to be in the thing.
Because they played in the
because they played in the SEC championship, so they're going to fall slot right behind. So I got them at 7. I don't know. I might be wrong on my rankings, how it all breaks down here, but I do believe that these teams that I'm going to say are going to be the 12 teams in the playoff. So number 7, I'm going to have Texas there. And then my number 8 team, Corey, you know what? Give me Arizona State there at number 8 is who I'm going to have penciled in there, because I actually had them losing to Kansas State in the Big 12 championship game. So I think that Big 12 is going to get 2 teams in. I think your SEC and Big 10 is going to get 3 teams in. And then everybody else is going to kind of just fall into place from there. But I like them there at number 8. What do you got?
All right. So at number 5, I'm with you with Notre Dame. And we'll talk about this after I say number 8. But Notre Dame for sure at number 5. Like them in that spot. In that scenario, they would have to go through the number 4 and number 1 team actually in the bracket. So it could be a little challenging, but I think they can handle it. Number 6, I got Ohio State, right? I think they lose in the Big Ten championship to Penn State. So we'll put them at number 6. Number 7, I got Texas, like you do. I think they lose to LSU in that championship game. And then at number 8, Texas Tech. I think they find a way to make it in this thing.
I like that.
I think if they lose to Arizona State, I got Arizona State winning it. But I think if they lose, I think if they rack up enough wins, they'll get that 8 spot.
Okay, I like that. That's a sneaky little pick right there. That's a sleeper. There's people talking about them, but there's not a lot of people talking about them. But they get up there to that number 8 spot. There's gonna be some people talking about them. Getting in here at number 9 for me, Corey, give me Michigan. I like the Michigan Wolverines here at 9. I think that that's going to be your 3rd team out of the Big Ten. I think they're going to have Ohio State. I think they're going to have Penn State. And I think Michigan's going to be that 3rd one, just because I think that those are the 3 powerhouses. That's assuming Bryce Underwood does what they think Bryce Underwood's going to do. Okay? And that is losing games. I think they could get in with potentially 3 losses, Corey. I think you're going to have a few teams here at the bottom that get into this thing with 3 losses. I really do. I think it's going to be absolute chaos this year in college football, and it's going to come down to quality losses. And when you look at Michigan, I believe they got Ohio State, and I believe they got Penn State on the schedule. You lose to both of them, and you lose to Oklahoma at Norman on the week 2. That's a pretty good competition to lose to right there, Corey. So if all those games are close, I think you're going to have Michigan sliding in there at number 9. Number 10, give me my Oklahoma Sooners. Pencil them in there. They're making the playoff this year. John Mateer with Jaden Ott in the backfield, an improved offensive line, the defense humming. I think that the Sooners are going to make some noise this year in the SEC, and I think they're actually going to make it to the playoff. I got them sliding in over Bama, because I think that the Oklahoma Sooners pull up into Tuscaloosa later in that year. I think they beat Alabama again head-to-head, and I think I think that's going to be one of those games that catapults them in there and gets Bama out. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's where I'm going.
If y'all win that one, you're in, dog, because that's a big revenge game for Alabama. You guys embarrassed them in Norman last year.
Right. We pull up into Tuscaloosa and handle them. That one. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're rolling. So then I got them at 10, Oklahoma, right?
Right.
Number 11. This one, you could go a few different ways with this one, Corey. I like SMU here at number 11 as one of the better teams in the ACC over there. Quarterback coming back. And then the team that's kind of like in one of the smaller conferences that I think is going to make it up in there just because I don't really know a whole lot about them. I don't know their roster, but they always win games historically. The Boise State Broncos are going to get in there at 12. I
Ooh.
think that's what's going to happen there. Even losing an Alshon Jenti, I may be completely off the map there, Corey, but give me Boise State over a Navy just because of historically. But as an Oklahoma Sooners fan, with all that shit we got last year from losing the Navy in the bowl game, it wouldn't be bad to see a year later with a lot of the same players that played us in that game be in the college football playoffs. So I wouldn't be upset with that either. But
No, yeah.
I like Boise State as the mid-major team that kind of sneaks in there at the 12.
Okay. That's solid, man. That's solid.
That's where I'm at.
Number 9, give me Oregon. I think they're going to be the third and final team out of the Big Ten to grab that last spot. Preseason right now, I think they're 2 or 3 preseason ranking in the
Yeah.
Big Ten.
Yep.
I don't want to dismiss Dan Lanning, who's an excellent head coach.
Right.
Shown that he can recruit. Now they lost a quarterback. How they handle that situation, I think they're going to be all right. At 10, I got Georgia. I got Georgia getting back into the mix. Can't dismiss Kirby Smart either, right? I think a lot of people are kind of forecasting a down year, kind of thinking they're going to take a step back. I think they're going to be right in the mix. Number 11, Boomer Sooner.
Let's go.
Boomer
Let's go. You like it too. I hear it.
I think you guys do enough. I think you guys come out the gate strong. I can see y'all beating Michigan. I like that home game for Auburn to kind of kick off your SEC slate. I think you get rolling, and if you can get a win over Texas and Red River, it's Boomer Sooner to the moon. Ain't no telling what can happen after that. Man. Although I think he'll take some tough losses. The South Carolina game scares me to death with North Sellers. You guys get LSU at home. That road trip to Bama is going to be everything for you guys. But I think y'all are going to handle all of that. Josh Pate, everybody in the college football world says OU's got the best D-line in the SEC, and that's how you win in the SEC is in the trenches. So y'all got that figured out. Give me OU at 11. And then at number 12, there's a quarterback that got kicked off or had to leave BYU. Pretty good quarterback. Remember his name?
What would hit me?
Is it Ratzliff? How do you say it? Jake he was pretty good last year.
I know you're talking about.
A blank. He had that deal where he slept with his girlfriend, and then there was a sexual assault and all that. That's a normal at BYU.
Yeah, I remember that.
He found his way to Tulane, which is a pretty damn good AAC team. They've been in the mix, 10, 11 wins the past few years.
I think
he puts them over the top. I think you see Tulane coming in at number 12.
Okay. Man, if this works out,
you weren't expecting me to throw OU in there, huh?
I wasn't ready for that one. That one caught me a little off guard there. I'm not gonna lie. Things got to. I mean, I'm almost at the belief, Corey, that Brent almost has to do that, or at least be sniffing the damn playoffs to keep his job.
You got to be in a conversation going into that LSU.
You got to. This ain't going to keep Oklahoma being irrelevant in college football is not going to keep working. You ain't going to keep your job. And plus, on top of that, something else to point out right here, Sooner Cowboy, Joe Castiglione has banked on this 2025 season for OU for a while.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is going to be his last year. I mean, he's still in there as like the acting athletic coordinator until he actually steps down and they find his replacement. But Corey, that's another thing I want to point out, man. With Joe Castiglione going out of there, you're going to have a new athletic director in there. How much rope is Brent Venables going to have with a new AD in there? I don't know. He might want to bring in his guy. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of different rumors and everything. Sooner Cowboy, I'm right there with you, man. It can be anywhere from 8-4 to 11-1. I'm with you, bro. And those 4 losses, can beat a Texas. They can beat a South Carolina. They can beat a Bama. They can beat a LSU. They can beat a Michigan. You got those 5 games. My games, though, to have like a 10-2, 11-1 season that you need to win, you absolutely need to. You have to beat South Carolina. You have to beat Tennessee. And you have to beat Ole Miss. And you have to beat Missouri. Those 4 games right there are absolute must-wins if Oklahoma wants to be talking about being in the playoff. You lose to either one of those teams, because here's my thought, Corey. You win all those games, you leave yourself a little room for, because in my opinion, I think they're beating 2 out of 3 between the LSU, Alabama, and Texas. You can toss it up however you want. They're losing one of them. I don't know to who yet, but
I think you guys can get away with losing to South Carolina at South Carolina with the hype that they have. Lenore Sellers, especially if they're playing good by that time. I think y'all get them like week 7, week 6,
yeah,
or
that's
7 or 8.
Corey. That's dependent. If we beat Texas in the Red River, you could probably afford something like that.
Do y'all play South Carolina in a week after? Okay, so here's my deal. I think you can afford a loss to South Carolina. Out of those 4 teams, you can't lose to Missouri. You can't lose to Ole Miss.
Hell yeah, we do play South Carolina the week after Texas, brother.
Holy shit.
You
gotta go 1-1 in that stretch. You can't lose back-to-back games those 2 weeks. You gotta win one of them.
It is gonna be Bama's homecoming. Yeah, Bama coming for blood too, man. Yeah, like Corey just said earlier, they coming for blood. But that's fine. I'm ready for it. Bring the blood.
You guys low-key knocked them out of that CFP race. Like, they needed that win to stay in the conversation.
I'm already know. In South Carolina, they did lose their D tackles, but they still got that quarterback over there, Sooner Cowboy. They still got him. I'm telling you right now, he's a problem. North Sellers is a problem. Yeah. I'm telling you, South Carolina is a problem. Shane Beamer got them boys over there playing. South Carolina was kind of my team I was going to put in there instead of OU, but I can't. I just can't.
We got to have some perspective, too, with South Carolina. Like, it's still Shane Beamer. It's still South Carolina. Like, not trying to throw shade at them, but what have they ever really done?
No, that's fair. That's 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, what have they ever really done?
You could throw the same shade at Oklahoma and Brent Venables.
Well, I mean, you guys are different, though, man. Come on now.
That's fair. I wish. Hey, the way they pulled up into Norman last year and smacked us, we didn't look different.
Well, I think that was the worst. That was like rock bottom for you guys. You guys are still trying to find a quarterback. Is that the game Jackson got benched?
No.
You guys
Jackson
was the freshman starting that game?
Yeah, the freshman Jackson was benched the game before Texas, bro.
Okay. Well,
yeah, Jackson. Yeah.
I felt like that was by far y'all's worst performance. You know what I mean? After that, things got better.
Jackson got benched by against Houston. Hey, shout out real quick. We got 7 people in the chat right now. Hey, if all 7 of y'all are not subscribed and you have not hit the like button on this video, please do so. If you would, I'd appreciate it greatly. Anyways, back to where we at, regular scheduled programming. Yeah, I would agree with this one. Rock bottom was against Mizzou. The way that we lost that game to Mizzou.
Oh, yeah, I forget that.
Buddy, that was a rough one right there.
I forget that. Yeah.
That really
you can't
was.
have those. You can't, you're not going to be a college football playoff team.
No.
Losing those type of games, right?
I don't think that we're going to have those type of games, Corey, because you got a difference maker at the quarterback position. Jackson Arnold, I'm not going to say he wasn't dealt a very fair hand. I hope Jackson Arnold goes out and does his thing. I don't see it. But I do think that John Mateer is just a bigger upgrade, Corey. And I think that with the mixture of us having a little bit better offensive line, a little bit more cohesion there, there it is. There it is. He just never had that. He just don't have it. It's not it. They tried to make him have the it factor, calling him the Gatorade National Player of the Year and everything, hyping that dude up, man. But he just wasn't it. He just wasn't. And that game against Mizzou, that was Jackson Arnold that lost the game. He lost the game against Tennessee too. That was the game he got benched in.
Got benched.
It was at Tennessee, or the home game against Tennessee when that Joker fumbled the ball 2 times. OU's defense got him the ball inside the red zone, and then the Joker fumbles the ball in the first play. So it's just on each one. It's like, bro, he's just not it. He looks scared. He looks scared is really what it was.
The moment looked big for him. It did.
Hey, horrible QB play can kill a football team. He was dealt a bad hand with injuries, but the fumbles and interceptions were on him. I would agree. The fumbles sometimes were on him. There was other times where he absolutely had no coverage because his offensive line was completely in shambles. I don't know a lot of quarterbacks out there really that would do good in his position on what he had last year. I mean, you're losing your top 7 pass catchers. I mean, you have 4 of your 5 offensive linemen out. If you want to just say worst case scenario going into a season for that kid, that was worst case scenario by far.
It was not ideal.
So I hope that's not what happens this season. If it does, I'm going to you might want to look out for me. Put me on suicide watch or something. Just kidding. Not going to do that. But I'll lose my absolute freaking mind if they do. I need them to be relevant this year. The state of Oklahoma needs them to be relevant because we know OSU ain't doing nothing. So we got to hold it down over here. I had to throw some shots, bro. I had to.
I wish I wouldn't have put OU in the top 12 now.
Well, we're in there, though, and you know.
Now, listen, how many SEC teams you got in your top 12? Because I got 4. I got LSU, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, 4 out of the top 12. That's 25% of the field in the playoff from SEC.
I had 3. I had OU, Texas, and LSU. OU, Texas, and LSU.
So you have 4 Big Ten teams, or is yours more spread out? Who's your Big Ten team?
I had the 4 Big Ten teams, or the 3 Big Ten teams. I had 3 Big Ten teams, but I had 2 ACCs. Because I had Clemson and then I had SMU.
Yeah, I don't think the ACC gets 2 win, man.
I like SMU and Clemson if they're both up there, man. They did last year.
They did. Shouts out to them.
Hey, we got to end this, though, because your boy got to go handle some grown man business.
Okay. So real quick, I got Georgia, Bama, LSU, and OU.
I'll let you play this on, Corey. I'll be back.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna end it, bro. That's the show, Sooner Cowboy. Hey, Sooner Cowboy. What do you think the realistic chances of OSU winning 6 games this year before I get off of here? I want to hear the answer to this. And don't say we won't, bro, because I know you'll say that. But yeah, that's the show. Notre Dame. Look, me and Brandon were talking about this. Having that first round bye can be a detriment. I don't think any of the teams that had a first round bye played good last year. Ohio State went in and kicked the crap out of Oregon. We saw 2 out of the 4 teams that had a first round bye last year wet the bid and lose. And so I think it's a good thing playing on that first weekend. I would watch out for Notre Dame. I would watch out for Oregon. I think they're going to be a little pissed off from last year. I think Dan Lanning handles his bowl prep a little different. But, man, we're excited for college football, man. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the follow. I think all Oklahoma teams play better. Tulsa, Oklahoma State, and OU. I would hope so, man. I really would. I think it was a miserable year last year for college football in the state of Oklahoma. There wasn't any team that was happy. I think OSU had the worst year by far, but it is what it is. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We will see y'all next time. We're going to start talking about some NFL football. We'll dig into some more college football stuff, talking about Heisman, All-American teams, the players to watch out for, Biletnikoff winners, all that, blah, blah, blah. But Brandon Hill's out, and I'm out too, man. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.